Okay, when I first saw this idea, I thought this is the worst name I could think of for a music group, the Medical Awareness Band. I mean, who the hell? That sounds terrible, but it turns out it's not a bad group. It is a life-saving brainchild from those brothers of invention from St. Joseph's College. I give you Xavier Dowd and Luke Dowd, the Dowd brothers. Yes, here they are. Come on, guys. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, here you go.
In Australia alone, 5.1 million people, which is almost 20% of the population, have at least one allergy. If current trends continue, there will be a 70% increase in the number of Australians with an allergy, from 5.1 million in 2015 to 7.68 million by 2050.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Xavier, and this is my brother Luke. And tonight, we're here to talk to you about our idea, the Medical Awareness Band, the wristband that saves lives. It is a medical information holder in the form of a wristband that helps paramedics and other medical services to create a speedy diagnosis, saving lives in the process. I'll now hand over to Luke, who will outline the problem that our product aims to fix.
One of the major problems that society faces today is that paramedic response and assessment times are not as fast as they could be. Precious minutes are spent trying to assess a situation and eventually come to a final diagnosis. These few minutes could be used to save a person's life.
Although paramedics do the best they can, sadly a number of lives are still lost. There are currently thousands of medical conditions that affect people everywhere, and meaning that there is a huge demand for this product.
Our solution to this major problem is a product that we call the Medical Awareness Band. These bands will have the person's existing medical records readily available to medical services through the use of a dynamic QR code, which can easily be changed to add or remove information. QR stands for Quick Response.
When this QR code is scanned with a reader app, the person will be redirected to a website that we will develop containing the person's existing medical records. The main areas of importance that will be displayed will be allergies, existing conditions, and current medication.
Here is a quick demonstration of how it will work.
So here you have your basic QR reader app. Can you grab the pen?
Yep.
And by simply scanning the code on the band, you can easily be redirected to the website. In this case, we've used Google as an example. And flick. So here's an example of what might come up just with the person's medical records and contact details, allergies, etc. There are other medical bands out there that aim to fix this issue, but they are tacky, poor-looking, cheaply made bracelets that display the user's sensitive personal details in plain sight for all to see. They don't look appealing to any age group, but our product sets itself above the rest.
This idea has already received positive attention from people in the medical field, as you can see from Dr. Paul Hingston, who said, "I really believe that this type of information holder is very important for the future of healthcare."
Our target market consists of both medical services and medically based centres, as this idea benefits both groups. We can advertise through these places, as well as through social media sources, and through sources trusted by the medical profession and general public, such as the EpiPen Club and newsletter.
We plan to support the buyer after the purchase of a band by sending them any new information about the product through a newsletter.
We plan to make money off this idea by producing the bands and wholesale selling them to places of medical profession, such as doctors' clinics, hospitals, and pharmacies. The regular retail price of basic silicone wristbands is around 50 cents. So as this is a medical tool, They would be sold around $4 to $5 subject to change. We'll also charge a subscription fee for access to the website, as this will help to generate more revenue.
At first, we will start off with silicone wristbands, before eventually moving on to areas such as the smart band market.
We are also looking to partner with large brands such as Oakley, Hurley, Rip Curl and others to promote the product. We've also been told of a potential collaboration with the company MediNotes, who currently possess some of the technology we need to make this idea a reality.
Our management team currently consists of myself, Luke, and my brother Xavier. We are both dedicated to this project and are willing to work hard to make this idea a reality.
Luke is extremely good at the creative side of this project, whether it be creating brands or logos, adding new ideas, or helping to make everything come together.
Yep.
So if we were to win the prize money this evening, it would be used for production purposes as well as potentially gaining some software development, which we need to help out our team.
So what did we think of the Brothers of Invention?
Again, fantastic pitch, guys. Very well prepared, and I was impressed with the way that you launched into that. The numbers that came up at the start. It's always good because they say that 89% of statistics are actually made up 99% of the time. So want to remember that one. But no, I think you're onto a good idea with this model. I think that maybe there's a pivot in terms of what you're doing. Someone actually sent me a message, who must be in the room, about a local startup that does provide software in this space, and it just occurred to me that this would have quite a lot of application in the actually for you at school, if students were to wear such a device, and teachers being able to, or administrators being able to determine if you had some sort of analogy and actually a little bit more detail, because I imagine there's a bit more to it than that. Am I going to ask a question? Okay, so let's think about that. I don't actually think I have a question, you know. Oh, you have a question. Okay, I'll pass over to Philippa. Good presentation, guys.
Thank you.
I had a question around your testimonial from Dr. Paul Hinkston. What's his background?
I'll use the microphone. He's our uncle, and no.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's unbiased because he did ask like others and that sort of thing, and it would be, he said that one of the most important things in medical decision making is the access to fast information and accurate information, and how like the patient's wishes are also taken into account. And I know that plenty of people in the medical profession would want to have access to this product, as it would make their lives a lot easier.
Very good. Very good. I think that you did a great presentation. I particularly liked when you used the words we're going to work hard and we're committed to this idea, because I think, you know, whatever the idea, it doesn't get anywhere without hard work and commitment. So I think that's extremely important. So well done.
Thank you.
Don't listen to anyone who laughs when you get your uncle to recommend something. Go for it. Do it. Get anyone you can to get any testimonial you can. Firstly, love the dress code. Secondly, love the presentation. I thought it was really good. You actually hit everything you need to hit during a pitch, like what the problem is, and you came up with the market stats. You said target market. You told us what you're going to do with the money. I was really impressed by the presentation. So firstly, well done. Secondly, I think it's a really big problem. My great aunt fell over in her front yard and was down for 2 hours before someone could come and find her. She's okay, thankfully. But at the same time, it's a bit ridiculous that this happens in this day and age. So any kind of problem to try and, or any solution to that problem, I think is really valid. So I think you're onto something good. I think Nick does raise a point, though. The competition's going to be a bit tough. So can you tell us what is your competitive advantage over the competition?
Oh, do you want to answer? Well, mainly because just with the other bands that are out there, they only display one specific thing, and plus that information is in just easily visible for all to see. And just with ours, just by having that information hidden within the QR code, as well as a secure login to the website for access to the existing records, it just provides a sense of security and safety for the patient, and as well as the people working with them, whether it be paramedics or doctors, and they know that like they're in safe hands. And mainly people would want to choose this sort of product over an existing one, mainly because it can just hold a lot more information which could be vital in an emergency.